You are watching, and I messed that up.
The Inglewood true story.
Damn, I just said it.
You're watching. What up? My name's Jay Quest.
What's going on? It's your man's Mr. Act Right.
Broadcasting live from somewhere. This your man's Mr. Red. You are watching Lost Dialect.
Lost Dialect.
Lost Dialect.
A true Inglewood story.
Dear they. It all started with this mixtape, Ground Up.
Ground Up was kind of like everybody's first attempt, as far as like myself and Act Right kind of trying on the rapper shit for the first couple times.
I had always been freestyling. Red I used to get on his nerves with that because I would always want to freestyle. But I finally took time to focus and put it all in one project.
We recorded a lot of that at Rimpaw's studio over off of Slauson. Shout out to my man Rimpaw.
He helped me out because before we would go to studios and get overcharged a lot. And he said, yeah, you know, just come to the lab. You gave me the cool $15. Actually, back then it was $10. I don't know if he's still doing that price, so don't ask him for that price if you happen to have a connection with him. I was able to really feel at home at his spot, and I really put together a project that I felt embodied who I was at the time.
It was real, like, when I say organic, it was like organic to the point where whatever the fuck came out of my head was going down on that page. It was like our first chance at cutting our teeth on the mic, and it was a good project to start off with.
To this day, I will not play that project for anybody. But those of you who have it, put it in the case, shrine, whatever you want to do, because that's the last time I'm reissuing that.
In the process of doing all the promotion and shit for Ground Up, we met a couple other people along the way.
So I remember when I first met Quest, I was a complete asshole to Quest. For no reason at all. It didn't last for too long because I'm not that kind of guy. He hung out with my little brother DFK Pro in high school.
Jay Quest had always been a poet. So he would always come around and, you know, he would never really, like, bend your ear too much about it. He would just, you know, let you see a piece when he was performing, or, you know, he would tell you he's got some dope shit that he wrote. The next open mic that he does, you might want to come out and check him out.
One day he pulled me aside and he spit me this little poem. And I'm listening to it, and I'm listening to his cadence, and I was listening to how he was describing the situation that he was writing about. And at the end of it, I said, yo, you gonna be an MC.
It was like, whatever, he brushed him off. And we were working on some shit one day, and Jay had a poem that he was like, yo, I think I can spit this to the beat. So we were like, all right, go for it. So he tried it. It sucked, but the potential was there.
I met AT at my 22nd birthday party.
I showed up late. I was at the strip club for my other man's birthday party, so I came in smelling like the strip club in Hennessy. Act Right was already in attendance. Of course, it was his birthday.
That night was a celebration, and then my friend Will Samoa, that we call him, because he's Samoan, he called me and told me I'm bringing over my cousin. He brings his cousin over, and in the midst of me celebrating, I just hear over the crowd, yo, where's the birthday boy? You know, my drunken self, I'm right here. He brings me over his blunt, and it hadn't been sparked yet. He gave me the first light on that thing. I said, oh, we need to dialogue. We need to chop it up.
They had started a cypher somehow along the way. AT got into the cypher and started doing his thing. And of course, game recognized game. So we're kind of like, yo, this kid's nice. See what he's about. Let's build with him. So that's exactly what we did.
So I called him, and I called Quest. We met up at Quest's house. And that night, I decided in my head, we needed, as a group, as a team, we need to make this push serious. I felt like they were two good additions to the team. And with me and Red at the forefront, being the heads of this thing, we just needed some good soldiers behind us. And I felt like Quest had his loyalty, and AT was that go-to guy just for the finesse of the track.
We started incubation box sessions.
IBS is a little bit doper than fucking Ground Up to me.
And honestly, did a lot better than I intended it to be, because I really just wanted it to be something to showcase my then forming incubation box studio.
We were in there, like, you know, Bunsen's and burners, man, like beakers and shit, mixing stuff up, seeing what's gonna work, seeing what's not gonna work.
The way we did it was so awesome because we had the beat. We was jacking beats at that time, so you know it was all industry stuff or whatever we find on the internet. We jack it and we write right then and there all together at the time. This is back. We with the first studio, like actual studio setup.
It was real small. We had just one little screen, this little preamp for the mic to go in, and a 512 megabyte computer. It was real minuscule at the time, but we made it work.
We ended up coming up like, it was something ridiculous where it was like 20, 30 tracks or some shit like that we had recorded. And then like we narrowed it down to like 19, and then we narrowed it down to 12. And I think it was anywhere between the 12 and 13 range as far as the IBS sessions was concerned. I could see everybody's progression from ground up to the IBS sessions. It went from just a bunch of kids fucking around attempting to make music to actually becoming the first couple steps of it becoming like music for that matter. The IBS sessions is still going to be a project that I'm fond of to this day.
So we hit the road. We started doing shows, man.
Around Inglewood, LA, Long Beach.
Kind of like breaking out the material. That's kind of been, you know, like our mode of operation. It's been the same since we first started making music.
We had linked up with this promoter who would have us sell tickets for show slots.
It wasn't necessarily, you know, my forte, but we did it. We hit shows. We got a good response behind it.
And we went from like the opening acts, kind of like, you know, maybe like 11 we would play, and then we went to like 12 o'clock. And then as we started fine-tuning everything, you know, we started getting headlining spots. And we were killing shit.
In doing these shows, we meet this guy. The group came on before us, and we were feeling pretty cocky, so there ain't nobody about to touch us. And then we see this guy get on stage, Latin guy, man. He was ripping it up. It's like, wow, who is this dude?
Like, all right, dealing with the guy, shook hands with him and shit. We went off, he went off. And then we did a couple more shows, saw him more frequently and shit.
Act Right, we're ciphering outside the second time around. I remember being there. I didn't rap. I was there, you know, pretty much egging it on because it was dope.
Now we're juiced. We link up contacts and y'all, it's work.
So we bring him in and we're showing him the ropes and how we get down. And I remember to this day, man, we got this long ass email to one of the emails that we had set up. And he had sent this like fucking page and a half thesis statement.
Pretty much mapped out, you know, I got my solo, everybody got their different solos, the group tracks, and like he had it all mapped out, like he just knew he was gonna run into us.
So we get to the lab and we start recording that. Doing that project, now we're putting somebody else into the fold. See, our sound was still growing and hadn't formed all the way yet, it hadn't blossomed. So to introduce another element, now that took on another entity, and now it started to form a different way. We all started to change the way we wrote, not in a bad way. You know, we started to think about our bars differently.
We sat down as a unit, decided to make an album as a 4-piece now. We decided to make an album called The Prequel 2.8.
AT started doing his own kind of solo thing. You know, he was still a part of the camp, but he was doing, you know, he was getting his buzz. As we finished up the prequel,
We all felt that synergy. We all felt that energy come together. And in the feeling of that, we started calling ourselves Offsprings of the Native Tongue. The feeling of OT, it was definitely something different.
so I was like, look, I'm just, wherever y'all go with, I'm with it. Let's just do it. Let's just make something happen.
And then as we started fine-tuning everything, you know, we started getting headlining spots. And we were killing shit.
As we're about to record, he comes in and he says, y'all got my verse ready.
Tells me like no, and I'm like, what do you mean no? One, I'm a grown man, and I'm a part of this group. How am I not going to be on the track?